Okay, so today we're going to learn clarinet.
Okay.
Are you excited?
Sure, I've never played before, so.
That's okay, that's why we're here. Okay, so you can go ahead and open up your clarinet case. And there should be a reed in there. If there's the only reed, that's probably your reed that you're going to play on.
A reed?
Yes, okay. So this is what a reed looks like. Okay. It has your name on it and everything.
Oh, cool.
So the way that we make reeds work is by making sure that they're nice and, I'm going to use the word moist. I hope you're not uncomfortable with that. But how we do that is we're going to take the reed out of the case.
Okay.
And you're just going to stick it right in your mouth.
Does it matter which way, or?
You're going to use the thinner side first. Put that in your mouth first. And we're just going to wet it with saliva so you can let it hang out there for a little bit. And we're only going to, for the first part, we're just going to try to make a sound out of the mouthpiece. So this is our mouthpiece. So do you want to take the smaller part out first? The one that kind of looks like a beak, so that would be this one. And you can take the cap right off. Yep, good. You grabbed the right one. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take our now moist reed, and we're going to stick it. I'll take my ligature off so you can see what it looks like. We're going to take the flattest side of our reed, and we're going to line it up on the flat side of our mouthpiece, like so. And then go ahead and slide it up until you have about a fingernail's width right at the top of the reed and the mouthpiece. So almost touching. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, perfect. And then we're going to take, where's your ligature? Alright, and we're going to take the metal ligature. So now that this is unscrewed, it's a lot easier if it's unscrewed. Okay? And then we're going to slide it right over. So we're going to keep the screws facing us. Keep them on the right side. Slide it all the way down until you're just past the little U shape on the reed. So you might have to untwist it a little more. Yep, right there. And then you're going to tighten it. Doesn't have to be super, super tight, just so the reed doesn't move anymore.
Is that too far up? Yeah, right? Have to move it
Yep,
down,
just a little. Yeah. Perfect. It just makes it easier for you to play. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna put it on the barrel. The barrel is the second smallest piece on the clarinet, so that would be the one to the far left. Yep. And the skinnier side of the barrel is gonna attach to our mouthpiece. Yep, just like that. It's gonna be a little difficult to slide in, so don't be afraid to kind of grip it. Yep.
Just push it in?
Yep, you can twist a little, whatever works best. Yeah, they're a little tough. The cork sometimes can be really dry.
I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't do it. Can you?
Okay, yes. So it's just gonna, this one is tough. You kind of have to be really aggressive with it. Unless this mouthpiece doesn't fit with, wow. I feel like I've been set up for failure.
Well, it's just my luck, because I'm always getting the things that are not working
in my
favor. It always does that. Everything I try doing, it doesn't work.
That's perfectly okay. It'll be perfectly fine. We'll get it. Somehow. I'm not entirely sure how this happened. Yeah, this definitely does not fit. Maybe I'll try to swap it out. There we go. You can just use my barrel.
So what are you going to use? What are you going to take? You're not going to use anything then, or what?
I will. I'll try to fit my mouthpiece on your barrel. Okay. Make sure this is nice and secure for you. Okay.
Perfect.
Alright. It's totally okay.
Okay.
Yep, see, mine fits just right.
Okay.
Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to teach you just basically how to put this in your mouth, and we're going to work with it until you're comfortable, okay? So I want you to take your thumb, and I want you to push the softest part of your reed inward. Not too hard, just until you can feel it kind of concave. And then roll your thumb down until you feel the reed gets really hard and meets with the mouthpiece. So go ahead and roll your thumb down. You feel where it meets with the mouthpiece, the reed? How it gets kind of really difficult to push in? Mm-hmm. That's about as far as we want to put it in our mouth. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to rest it on our lip, which is covering our teeth. So I want you to imagine like when you're biting your bottom lip, and we're just going to slide it down just a little so only the like soft part of our lip is covering our bottom teeth. Okay, so go ahead and try that with your teeth, with your lip first. And what we're going to do is we're going to slide our mouthpiece on our lips and teeth just like that. Slide it in just a little more. Probably a little more until you feel comfortable. And then our teeth are what's going to rest right on top. So you shouldn't have an overbite or an underbite, but more kind of try to keep it aligned. And we're going to close our lips around it to make a nice tight seal. And I want you to pull your chin down so your inside of your lip is rest against your teeth. Perfect. That looks so good. That looks perfect. Okay, so now we're going to take a really big open breath. And what I mean by open breath is we're going to fill our lungs big and open, and then we're going to blow. Go ahead. You can use a whole lot more air. Yeah, just like that. Do you hear how that kind of, it almost vibrated your lips as well? You kind of feel that? That's what we're going for. Okay, so let's try it again. You're doing so good.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can. Did you hear it? You did it.
Kind of.
So let's try it again. We'll take this step by step. So let's put it in our mouth first. Remember what we said with the embouchure? Keep our lips nice and flat, almost like in a smile. And bring our chin down just a little. And make an airtight seal around that reed and the mouthpiece. And big breath and blow as hard as you can. Yeah, okay. So did you feel at the very end your embouchure loosened? So your mouth loosened just a little. That's what we're going for.
Okay.
So you don't want to bite the reed. You want to just kind of put a little pressure on there.
Okay.
You almost got it. It sounds so good. Yeah, nice job. High five. That sounds so good. Okay, let's see if we can hold it out even longer. Okay. So when you hear that pitch vibrate, when you hear the sound kind of like squeak almost like a duck, that's when you know that we're moving our mouth a little too much. So we want to try to keep it as steady as possible. How we can do that is just controlling our lips and our cheeks. So we want to keep it as relaxed as possible here, but also in our lips, we're going to try to keep it a nice firm seal across the mouthpiece and the reed. Okay? We can do this. Almost? You almost got it. Yeah! That sounded so good. So what could you feel in your mouth when that happened?
I don't know.
Did it work better if you put a little bit more of mouthpiece in your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of something that we're working with our lips, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, whatever happened, like whatever works for you, that's what we're going to kind of work with right now. So are you ready to learn 1 or 2 fingerings on the clarinet?
Sure.
Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to teach you how to put the clarinet together.
Okay.
And you really can't break it as easily as you think, so you can set that down right next to you. We're going to take the very bottom of the clarinet, this right here, the bell. So that would be like the weird bell-looking thing right here. So you can go ahead and take that. And we're going to take the bigger part of the body, which is going to have the three finger holes right here that have the rings around it. So that would be the far back one. So you can grab that one too. And your favorite cork. So we're going to put that right inside the bell. Yep, there you go. Alright, so it doesn't matter how that's lined up. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take the second part of the body. That would be the only piece we have left. And the smaller cork is what's actually going to go inside this hole right here. So it's going to be the one with the lovely 4 keys right there. And this is very important how we put this part on. So just by looking at my clarinet, What can you tell me? Where do you think lines up?
Well, the holes, right?
Yeah. So when you line up the holes, the other thing we're going to pay attention to right here is these two keys are going to line up right in the middle. So one of them, this part right here, is going to align right up with there. And you'll have to twist it a little bit. You might have to, and that's okay. So go ahead and slide that right in, keeping everything aligned. Yeah, that looks so good. Okay. So before we even put the mouthpiece on, I want you to just get familiar with how we're going to hold it. So why don't you turn that around? And you see this lovely little hook right here? That is where our right thumb is going to rest right under. So it's going to feel a little strange because that's the only thing really supporting the clarinet, and that's okay. We're going to get used to that. And our fingers are going to go right 1, 2, 3 on the left hand. 1, 2, 3. Yep, and that one's weird, doesn't have a little thing right on it. And then on our right hand, same thing. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. So just kind of wiggle your fingers around just like right over the keys, and I want you to feel where it's most comfortable. So that's going to be most likely on the pads of our fingers. And we want to make sure that we are covering these holes completely because clarinets can be pretty sensitive and any little movement can kind of throw off the pitch of the sound. So we're going to stick with something super simple. So we're going to play a C. That is going to have our thumb, 1, 2, and 3. So our thumb is going to go right on this hole on the back. And we won't have to worry about that right now, but I want you to try to angle it upwards. So that way if you ever in the future played anything an octave up, this is our octave key. So we'd easily be able to get to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and show me your C. So that would be thumb 1, 2, 3 on your left hand. And there won't be anything on our right hand. Okay? Are you ready to make some sound? I think so.
Kind of.
I think so. Okay. What will make you more comfortable?
I can't get. I don't know. I feel like I don't get that. Like I'm not.
You don't get a sound out?
No. Yeah.
Okay, then let's go back to that. Let's totally go back, and we'll get more comfortable with making a sound. Yep, just set that right down. All right, so I want you to walk me through how we set this in our mouth.
Well, you have to find you have to remember where the hard part is. And then, I know that their teeth go on top here, and then you kind of want to, like,
What do we do with our lips? Or more importantly, what do we do with the bottom and the top lip? What do they do separately?
It's like that. You're biting the bottom lip, like, I don't remember how you put it, but...
Yeah, we're going to bite the very soft part of our bottom lip, so it's just covering our bottom teeth. And then when we put it in our mouth, we're going to make sure that we're not going too far past the softest part of the reed, because then that kind of makes the sound a little harder to come out. And then our top teeth are going to rest right on top. And then our top lip is going to come around, and we're going to kind of almost make a smile. Can you smile? Yeah. So we're going to smile, and that's going to create a nice seal. So our corners still have to stay firm and shut as well. And then after that, we're going to slide our lip down just enough so our chin is flat. And that'll create that'll help to create the sound look a little easier. Okay, so let's try this again. I know you can do it.